Hey everybody, happy Friday.
Happy Friday, folks.
Here, we did this last week too. Let's scoot over. Yep. Here we go, that's better. So I'm excited about today's hangout because I have no idea what we're going to talk about. Usually right. I put some notes together with some, anecdotes and historical facts and, current events. I'm spilling my drink on myself. But today I was busy spackling and painting and doing a bunch of other stuff. So you have today's notes. So what are we going to talk about?
That is correct. Usually I step into this arena and I have no idea what we're going to talk about.
This is an interesting mix-up.
Yeah, it's a mix-up, a mash-up, it's a shake-up.
Switch around. A
switcheroo. You were busy painting and spackling, and I had earlier in the day done a lot of baseboard and quarter round trim work. Had to get out the air compressor and the nail gun.
That's always fun.
Miter saw, all kinds of fun equipment that I had to get out. Made a huge mess, and I cleaned up the mess, and then you came in behind me and
made a new mess.
Yeah, except, I'm doing the rough finish work, you're doing the fine finish work, and anyway, happy ugly Christmas sweater day.
Oh man!
I know we don't have ugly Christmas.
Have ugly Christmas.
But I wore this ugly Christmas hat for you.
That's kind of ugly.
Well, I saw this at the dollar store, and I had to have it.
Speaking of the dollar store, I went to two different dollar stores today: the Dollar Tree and the 99-cent store.
Nice.
I was looking for a bunch of different stuff, and one thing I wanted to find were calendars. Because usually I buy those at either dollar store or Dollar Tree or 99-cent store has them for 99 cents or $1. And today they were $3.98 at the 99-cent store. And
Boy.
I know there's inflation, but I mean, come on.
There's not that much inflation. I mean, the CPI report came out this week at 7.1%. So if you take something that was $1 and you raise it 7.1%, that's like 7 cents.
Yeah,
But these dollar stores, they're really feeling their oats. They're like set free all of a sudden.
There's inflation, so yeah. I guess you guys are going to pay $4 for a calendar that cost $1 last year.
I had somebody tell me the other day that everything at the grocery store was twice as much as it was last year, and I'm like, no, it's not.
Well, I bought some Trader Joe's peanut butter today, and I'm pretty sure it's always been $1.99, and I think that's what I paid for it today.
Yes. Now, Trader Joe's has done that tricky thing where some of the packages have gotten smaller, and a lot of places are doing this.
Yeah.
But it's not twice as much. It's, there's been some inflation, but gas today at Costco was $3.89 a gallon.
And crude oil was like $73 a barrel today, and at the peak, earlier this year, it was like $125.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Gas is back down again. People were losing their minds, and it was bad. It was bad. I'm not going to lie to you. It was bad. You know it was bad. But now it's, back to normal, I guess. I don't know. I don't even remember what gas was. It's certainly over the last 10 or 15 years been hovering between the, high 2s and high 3s with occasional jumps up into the 4s and 5s. What do you should I stop talking about this?
I was just thinking of a Seinfeld where Kramer says, I forget what's happening, but he says, for a variety of reasons, I don't want to be the one responsible for purchasing costly gasoline.
Yeah, he was test driving the Saab for Jerry. He went with Jerry to the Saab dealership, and the salesman started talking to him, and Kramer started acting as if he were having to approve the car that Jerry was going to buy, when in fact he had nothing to do with it. And then it turns out he just wanted to drive the car, and he wanted to see how far down he could get the needle before it ran out of gas, because he didn't want to be responsible for purchasing costly gasoline. Anyway, moving on. See, I knew we'd have plenty to talk about. I mean, stick this hat on my head, I just start talking. All right, so quick touching on the real estate market. We'll touch on it quickly and then move on from that.
Go to our YouTube channel for more detailed discussion.
Yeah, there's been several in the last couple of weeks, lots of market updates. And then I did the San Diego overall market update yesterday. That's on YouTube.
At Edelman Homes. Mm-hmm. They now have handles for YouTube, custom handles, and ours is the same as all of our other handles.
At Edelman Homes. Yeah. And I mean, the San Diego Market Watch this week was really fascinating because, home inventory has just been hovering right in that low 4,000s pretty much since July, just skating right along, not changing. And then like the week before and the week of Thanksgiving, standing inventory just plummeted.
Everything did. Pending and closed sale. There was like this, the whole chart was just, down.
Except this week, pending sales went up, new listings went up, but overall number of homes for sale continued to trend down. So inventory is on its way back down, and pending sales are up, and interest rates are down a little bit. In fact, I asked my one of my lender friends today, just off the top of your head, rough average of 30-year fixed mortgage rates that you're locking today, and he said 6.25.
Okay, well that's certainly an improvement from the sevens that we were seeing.
7.09 was the so that, I mean, if we continue to see improvement in the mortgage rates, we could be back into the fives here pretty soon, which, while it isn't the low threes that we were seeing earlier this year, it's
still historically
pretty damn good. Yes, we've had a window into how bad it can get. So, anything in the fives would be good. And then it makes it real easy from there to get seller credit to buy the rate down. And so anyway, with all that being said, one of the things I did touch on in the market update yesterday was prices seem to have, at least for now, bounced off of a bottom, whether it was the bottom or just a bottom.
A line of resistance.
A line of resistance, yes. So prices, while not going back up, are certainly not at the moment in the sort of kind of free fall state that they were a few weeks ago. Things seem to be firming up. Activity is up. Pendings are up. I'm certainly busy out there in the field having, Christmas miracle sales. So things are looking okay at the moment. And that's everything I had here on the, and see, we're just like...
Oh my gosh, wow, you've got 2 pages there too,
well,
small print. Oh, okay, well even so.
Yeah, it's an outline format. So, one of the things that I was looking at today when I was trying to find some notes for the show, we talk a lot about restaurants, so...
I don't want to distract you, but look, Buddy's sitting over there. He wants you to go sit down with him.
Oh, Buddy.
Cat Buddy.
Oh, I'll be there after dinner, bud.
He only sits with Eric during the holidays for some reason. Like, whenever the Christmas tree is up, he'll just, hang out with you on the couch for as long as you'll sit there.
This cat stays with her 24/7, 340 days a year.
Usually a mama's boy,
right.
But, for some reason when the tree is up.
I get to pet him, but he doesn't sit with me. But then when the tree is up, now he's sitting on the footrest of the recliner that I sit in, and he's just standing there. He's waiting for me.
Oh, all right. Well.
All right, bud. So San Diego restaurants, we talk about a lot. The Michelin star the Michelin folks just came out with their new star ratings. So for the 2022 edition, 4 San Diego restaurants are in the Michelin star guide.
Okay. I don't think I've ever eaten at a Michelin star restaurant.
If I have, I didn't know it.
Well, what are they? What are our choices?
So Addison in Del Mar has been upgraded from 2 stars in 2021 to 3 stars, which is that's the creme de la creme, the highest rating you can get. Michelin is a French company that, yes, they make tires and they also rate restaurants.
Yeah, I was wondering, is it the same?
Yeah, same parent, same company.
It seems odd. Tires and gourmet restaurants?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Addison and Del Mar, maybe we should try it. If I have a spare $200 laying around.
Well, hopefully this Christmas real estate bounce continues.
There you go.
Eating at a Michelin star restaurant in January.
So there's June and Jolie, I think that's how you say it, in Carlsbad.
I wouldn't know the difference.
That got they're 1 star, same as last year. Sochi
Soichi, maybe? I don't know.
Sushi in University
Okay.
Heights, Soichi. They've got a star. I would like to try that because I'm always looking for good sushi.
Yeah, I like sushi.
Back in the day, you maybe would have one or two sushi restaurants in any given town, and now they're on every street corner. And I've always said there can't possibly be that much fresh fish hanging around that I could go to any one of these places and just eat some raw fish. But if it's got a Michelin star, maybe I'll give it a try. And then Sushi Tadakoro in Old Town also has a star. And so those three retained their 1-star rankings from last year, and Addison in Del Mar got 3 stars. So that's the Michelin star update on San Diego restaurants, in case you were interested. And then in 2023, San Diego is going to have over 70 new restaurants opening.
Wow.
And time constraints prevent my mentioning all of them here.
None of them are Soup Plantation, though, are they?
Not that I noticed.
That one doesn't seem to have worked out. It seems to have been put on hold indefinitely, and it's too long to recap the whole saga of the Soup Plantation.
We've talked about it.
We've talked about it a lot, but it
Yeah.
seems like it's not going to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen from the beginning, because these folks were claiming that they were going to reopen the Soup Plantation on Fletcher Parkway. And I guess they leased the building, and they were like working on it and posting stuff on their social media, but they didn't have the rights to use the name Soup Plantation. And the media didn't really talk about it, but San Diegoville, they mentioned that. And I was like, wait a minute, if they don't have the rights to use it, that's not going to work.
No.
So, a year or so later or whatever, and, I'm kind of fast forwarding here, but yeah, it didn't work. You can't open a Soup Plantation without having the rights to use the Soup Plantation name.
Right. There was a big thread on the Vintage San Diego Facebook group just yesterday about Soup Plantation, because somebody posted a photo of the one of the old soup plantations, and they were lamenting that COVID had killed Soup Plantation.
It went down quickly too.
Well, many people were correcting that person who said that COVID was the final nail in the coffin of Soup Plantation, but they were in financial trouble for quite a while. The whole all-you-can-eat buffet thing has been sort of fizzling for a long time, and then COVID finally,
Yeah, they folded up pretty quickly when that happened.
Right. Yeah, go figure. So San Diegoville is where I got this 70 new restaurants. So if you want to see all 70, go to sandiegoville.com. They do a great job of keeping up on culinary happenings and other happenings in San Diego. But 70 new restaurants. I'm going to hit some of the highlights here for you. So Prince Street Pizza. This is one that I read about a long time ago. I've had my eye on this because this pizza place is, the original location is in New York City, and it's known for having lines around the block with their traditional New York style pizzas, and then apparently they have a thicker crust square pizza as well, which I will not eat because I like the other kind. But
I would try the thicker crust square pizza just to see what's up with it.
Sure, I'd try it. But it's opening in 2023 in the Gas Lamp area on Market Street, and the restaurant was formerly Mariscos El Pulpo, which I remember seeing dozens of times and never ate there. And
well, I guess you should have. It's all your fault.
They're closed. But maybe you'll have to get your Mariscos somewhere else.
This is San Diego. No.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you know a Mariscos place?
Well, there's a phenomenal truck that parks in the, I've eaten there once. I say phenomenal. I haven't had too many of their.
The one time you ate there, it was phenomenal?
It was good. I had a shrimp taco, I think. Shrimp taco. It's parked in the parking lot at Mira Mesa Boulevard and Hybert Street there as you go towards Lake Miramar.
Okay.
On the east side of 15. So I guess it's in technically Scripps Ranch. But there's a food truck that parks in that parking lot. Mariscos. Good stuff. Okay, so Prince Street Pizza in the Gas Lamp coming in 2023. And then Chicken and Hawk.
Okay.
This is skateboarding legend Tony Hawk and well-known San Diego chef Andrew Bacalier.
Starts with a B.
Bacalier, I think is Bacalier. And he's a well-known San Diego chef, and I believe in the Leucadia area. And so, yeah, Tony Hawk and Chef Bacalier will be opening Chicken and Hawk, which is, they say, a cross between fine dining and fast casual.
Interesting. I don't know I can't imagine what that would mean.
Well, fast casual.
Do you get your fine dining fast, or it's the other way around? You pay a lot for it, and it's...
Supposedly, this is going to be an unpretentious, but it's going to be in Leucadia, and it's going to be fried chicken sandwiches with apparently some sort of fine dining flair.
Or fried chicken sando, as the kids might say.
Yeah, fried chicken sando with locally sourced poultry.
Okay.
And then seafood options. So they're going to have like oysters and fish and chips, I think, and these fried chicken sandwiches.
Fried chicken sando.
Yeah, fried chicken sando. So Tony Hawk.
Sorry, I know you don't like it.
Yeah, I love it.
You don't like the word sando.
That's why I got to put that on my list of things I don't like. I'm making a list of phrases I don't like, and one of these days I'm going to bust them out for you, and I'm going to make probably some people are going to be upset with me because they like to say some of these things that I'm irritated by.
100%.
But you know what? Once you get over 50, you're entitled to be annoyed by things. You know, we've been around. I mean, I have plenty of friends that didn't make it to 50 or just barely. And so the fact that I'm still here entitles me to be annoyed with certain things.
Okay.
Yeah. And the older you get, the more that's true. Like Jerry Seinfeld again was talking about how old people back out of the driveway, and at a certain point in your life, you just don't give a crap anymore. You just throw it in reverse and punch the gas.
I'm coming back. Everybody out of my way.
All right, so Chicken and Hawk, and then Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
They've been talking about that for years,
Yep.
So it's finally supposed to happen?
That's what they're saying at the corner of National Avenue and Sigbee Street in Barrio Logan.
Sigbee Street, that's fun to say.
Sigbee. The San Diego Roscoe's is going to be a 6,000 square foot building with a rooftop dining. So it's going to have its own dedicated standalone building with its own parking. Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Yeah.
Are they going to have any vegetarian options?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Probably not.
Probably. Well, I mean, you could
just get the waffles, I guess.
Yeah, you can just get the waffles without the chicken, I guess. They'll probably look at you funny, though. Anyway, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles supposedly finally coming in 2023. And then also the Lafayette Hotel. This is one, and we're fond of, we've mentioned Consortium Holdings before. Well, Consortium Holdings is at it again. They purchased the Lafayette Hotel in 2021 for $25,815,000. And
it's a very specific amount.
It is, but that's according to San Diegoville. And then they are applying a $26 million renovation to it. So they're in it over $50 million, Consortium Holdings. And they're going to add 8 new restaurants and bars to this historic property, the Lafayette Hotel. And I actually know the interior designer on, at least as it was, Anjum Razvi, who used to be in my networking group, did a lot of the interior design, but now it's getting a $26 million makeover. So I imagine they're probably, unless they hired her again, which I don't know, but I guess her stuff lasted a while, and now they're spending $26 million to make it over. So
it seemed like they could pay someone to come up with a better name for their holding company, but whatever. Consortium Holding Company.
I don't know. I think that when it comes to like IRS audits and stuff, I think like the most nondescript name, I think they probably try and go for that, just to sort of as the auditor is going down his list, their list of companies, they don't want to stick out too much. That's my theory on it. So,
you I think you threw away some of your notes that you needed.
I threw away. Well, actually, no, I don't. So obviously the holidays are upon us. Christmas is right around the corner.
Here it comes.
Hanukkah's coming, and
There's no stopping it now.
No, it's on its way. I don't think there ever was any stopping it, but it's certainly on its way now, whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, or Festivus, Saturnalia, any of these.
I'll celebrate any of those too. I mean, whatever people like to celebrate, I'm down to celebrate, as long as it doesn't involve anything, unpleasant.
As long as we're not hurting anybody, I'm happy. I'm happy to celebrate. Of course, we've always been big Christmas folks.
We love Christmas.
We love Christmas.
Or Krampus,
as some of us like to call it.
Some people in our house like to call it.
But your kids probably had their last day of school today. Our teens did. Ours are both teens. We don't have any kids. We have teens.
They don't like to be called kids.
No, they're students, they're teens, they're young people, folks, whatever they are. But as now they're out of school, lots of things to entertain families in San Diego. In our area, of course, we have several Christmas light neighborhoods, and this is
we're in North County I-15 corridor.
Yeah, North County, San Diego City, inland I-15 corridor, whatever you want to call it. But all over San Diego County, there are these neighborhoods that are known for Christmas lights. And if you just Google Christmas light neighborhood map, that's what I did. They're all over the place, and it's a really it's a very cheap way to entertain the family, or drive around in the car, listen to some Christmas music or holiday music.
I'm remembering when we had little kids, and we were driving down Christmas Card Lane in Rancho Penasquitos, and one of our kids, I don't remember which one, but they did not like it, and they were screaming the whole time, and we were stuck in the, you got the Christmas traffic going on, and we're trying to enjoy the lights, and someone is just screaming at the top of their lungs, and little kid Christmas.
I have blocked that memory.
Oh, I remember.
I have a pretty good idea which one that probably was.
It could have been either one, though. Could have been either one.
I have a strong suspicion, but I'm not going to say.
These days, though, nobody ruins Krampus. Everybody's pretty good.
Oh yeah, they're not kids anymore. They're young. They're young people.
Everybody has a good time.
Young adults, teens, whatever you want to call them.
Nobody's screaming.
No, it's all good. We have a good time. Everybody has fun.
Right.
However, so if you probably, because of what you just mentioned, being stuck in the car, inching along, that's really not too much fun. Especially for the driver of the car who has to pay attention.
I don't mind as long as no one's screaming and I don't have to drive. I'll sit there and look at Christmas lights, but not as much fun if you're driving.
I enjoy walking.
Yeah, well, 6 years ago, we finally moved around the corner from a Christmas neighborhood.
Right.
So now we can have folks over and we put on our jackets and walk around the corner, and there we are.
Right. Might even take a drink with us. So that segues right into what I was going to talk about, which is Christmas holiday light neighborhoods here in North County Inland. Fairway Village is right around the corner from us. And tomorrow, the 17th, is the annual Fairway Village block party. So the neighbors over here are going to be out in their driveways, and a lot of people set up tables and they give out cookies and
fire
fudge
pits
and drinks and fire pits.
Sometimes a fire truck comes through with Santa on it. I don't know if they're going to do that this year, but sometimes if you hit it just right, you can see Santa coming through on the fire truck.
I'm told Santa's coming this year on the fire truck.
Do we know when?
The time is indeterminate. Okay. So yes, this is one of those where it's a cul-de-sac. It's a long cul-de-sac. If you try and drive your car down there, you're definitely it's gonna take you an hour to go up and down.
And you can't turn around until you get to the end. Right. There's no turning back. Once you turn right down that street, you're on the ride.
But we live in the adjacent neighborhood that actually has a gated entrance, as silly as that is, because the gate isn't guarded, and if the gate opens, a bunch of people can just come right in. But if you're watching and you want to walk Fairway Village, just message us and we'll give you the code and you can park in our neighborhood and walk right over.
You might even come over for some cookies and a cocktail or some cocoa.
let us know.
Cocoa cocktail.
Or if you want to fly in from anywhere that you happen to be and do this, come on down.
Take your Learjet and come on down.
Get in your Learjet and come and see us.
If you had a helicopter, you probably could park on the empty golf course over our back fence too.
Yes, I'll stand out there with some flaming sticks like Bruce Willis in Die Hard. And
the neon popsicles.
I'll guide you in. So Fairway Village in Carmel Mountain Ranch, that's Stony Gate Drive is the name of the street. It parallels Ted Williams Parkway. Phenomenal Christmas lights, although I would recommend parking at our place or parking in a neighborhood nearby and walking over.
And if you're watching this, you qualify to park at our house.
That's right.
Yeah, send us a DM and we'll give you our gate code.
Yes, unless you plan on, robbing the places.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. Yes, if you're the HOA president, we're not giving out the gate code.
That was just a joke.
It was a joke. Ha ha. Messages. Anyway, so Fairway Village is one, and then Oviedo Street in Rancho Peñasquitos on the west side of I-15, Christmas Card Lane. That's a little bit different. A lot of the holiday light neighborhoods, the homes are just done up with holiday lights. Christmas Card Lane, slightly different because all the homes have, I think that when you buy a house there, it even comes, they pass the wooden Christmas card.
It's like giant wooden Christmas card things with, they're lit up and stuff.
Yeah. So the homes are done up, but all the homes have giant wooden painted Christmas cards. And then Candy Cane Lane in Poway, that is Hickory. Well, it's Hickory Street is one of the streets. It's off Carriage Road over by Star Ridge Park. And again, that's one that I would recommend parking and walking. I can't give you the gate code there. I have a friend over there. We could park in their driveway, but
we could park in their driveway. But I don't think
they want us giving out their address. But if you just park a couple blocks away, if you're willing to walk like 3 or 4 blocks, which is not a big deal. It's not like it's really cold here in San Diego. You could survive. And Candy Cane Lane, another great and somewhat unique take on holiday lights, and there are just tons and tons of houses that are done up over there. So that's holiday lights.
We have to go to Dawn and Grace's too. We haven't been.
Oh yeah,
our friends who live in Escondido, they have a giant front yard, and they do all kinds of inflatables, like the big. I think they have Cousin Eddie's RV, and just they really they go big for
Christmas, that's on Clarence Lane in Escondido, right near Felicita Park.
And you can drive by there. Though.
Oh yeah,
So we need to do that.
They don't mind you driving by. You can even stop and stare for a few minutes. That's holiday lights. And I had mentioned, young people starting the holiday vacations. So, you got your holiday movies, you got your Christmas cookies, holiday cookies, whatever you want to call them. I'm being careful to be inclusive. We like Christmas, but you can.
We're down to celebrate whatever holiday people are doing.
Movies, cookies, food, all. I guess my intention with making these notes was just to touch on some of our favorites. The first movie we always watch every year together is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
And it's usually the last one too. We usually watch that on Christmas at the end of the day.
Yeah. It's multiple times throughout the season. We'll watch that. Never seems to get old. And also one we haven't watched yet, and it's a little older movie and not quite as snappy as some, but Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd is a great Christmas movie. Oh
yeah, okay. I don't think we have the DVD of that one. We've got most of our favorite Christmas movies on DVD, but not that one.
We've watched that one in years past somehow. So I want to get to that one. And then, of course, late at night, sometimes her and I will watch Bad Santa.
Just Bad, the first one, though. The second one is too cringy even for me. I don't know.
Bad Santa 2 is pretty raunchy.
I'm not that easily offended, but Bad Santa 2, I don't know.
I think they were trying to offend us.
Okay, well, they hit
succeeded.
The mark,
yes. Holiday movies. And then, of course, we've got to get through Ernest. What's that one called?
Ernest Saves Christmas.
Ernest Saves Christmas. And then there's Grumpy Cat Christmas, which
is only like, I don't know, it's like an hour and 20 minutes long, but it feels like
feels
about
longer.
4 hours and 53 minutes.
Yeah. So, and then cookies. I mean, who doesn't love holiday cookies? I think
I'm sure you could find someone who doesn't love holiday cookies.
what I really like is anything with chocolate ganache on it. That's
okay.
really good. Just the sugar, the shortbread cookies that you make, which is just like butter, flour, and sugar.
Yeah, that's it.
And then maybe drizzle some chocolate on those. People try to get crazy with cookies, but I'll tell you what, butter, flour, sugar.
Keep it simple. Sometimes you put some chocolate in there or some peanut butter.
Yeah. So, and then food, holiday food. I mean, everybody has their favorite Christmas dinner, Christmas Eve. We tend to get together with my parents down in La Mesa every Christmas Eve and get pizza from Pietro's. That's kind of a typical
Yeah.
Christmas Eve. And then almost every Christmas here in our house, and especially the last 2 years when we've been on our own because of, COVID restrictions.
We've had a good time though.
Oh
Good
yeah,
Christmas.
absolutely. We've had 2 really, really good Christmases, and this is the first year that, everything's really back 100%. Even though COVID numbers are going up, be careful out there.
And look at the wastewater charts.
Oof, yeah, that's the thing. You don't need to, they're really not talking.
Whatever the county says or whatever, that's, I don't look at that anymore, but look at the wastewater data.
Wastewater data will tell
very
you
interesting.
how much COVID is out there, and there's a lot right now. So just be cautious.
Keep it cool.
Pick and choose the big crowds that you're going into, and maybe consider an N95 mask if you're not sure where you're at and who you're with, because these new COVID variants apparently are not that much fun, and we have no idea how well the vaccines that we got now protect against these new ones. So
Nobody knows anything anymore, except for how much COVID is in the wastewater. We
that's
do know
the one
that,
thing you
yes.
can tell for sure, without a doubt. You can look at the wastewater data, and anyway, be careful with that. But I don't know how I got into that. Oh, food. Sorry, I didn't mean to be a downer.
Wastewater, COVID, food.
Just be cautious. I mean, it's the first Christmas back, and we don't want to have the worst January ever. So
Some people, last Christmas was the first Christmas back, and we had a bad January. If you look at the COVID charts, there was
yeah.
a huge spike there. But,
Right.
People do what they want, and, I take chances for stuff that is important to me. I was at a couple of dance shows, for Alex's dance
yeah.
dance company, and,
At a certain point, you got to live. I mean, you got to live. What are you going to do?
Pick and choose stuff that's important to
Right.
me. If I got COVID from watching my daughter dance in her show, then
Yep.
so be it.
Well, in this
I didn't.
In
but-
this house, I'm the only one who's had it, and I can tell you, it's no fun, none at all. So anyway, circling back to holiday food, we usually make homemade pasta and then pair that with something. I forget which year it was during the pandemic. We ordered a bunch of Maine lobster, which was really good, and it's a little pricey, but a couple of pounds of Maine lobster meat shipped right to your door is less than a dinner out for 2 or 3 or 4 people at an expensive restaurant. So it's not that expensive, and goes really well with homemade pasta. And then Alex has asked that we make some homemade chicken nuggets this year.
For
so
those of us who do eat chicken.
we're going to make some homemade chicken
Can we have
nuggets.
some kind of a seafood in our...
Of course,
Okay, good.
yeah. We'll do something with, I don't know whether we'll buy crab or shrimp, or probably go to Point Loma Seafood. If you want seafood in San Diego, as far as I can tell, Point Loma Seafood is the best place to get fresh seafood. And God, if you're still watching, you can definitely park at our house for the holiday lights, because you deserve an award. All right, well...
We're done now. Yeah. Well, that was good. Those were some very thorough notes. You didn't have any
surveys.
This day in history or surveys.
Yeah.
I missed
a couple of our regular segments, but I didn't want to,
That's okay. There was plenty of other content.
I did
it your way?
I did it my way.
Okay. Well, good job.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'm hungry. What are you cooking tonight?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, well, usually you have a plan.
I know. I've been busy.
You've been making notes for.
I've been making notes for the show. Fixing the house.
It might be something like a frozen bag of food from Trader Joe's.
It might be.
That's fine. Sometimes that happens.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you, folks, for stopping by, and we hope you have a wonderful weekend. And next time is going to be our Christmas Eve, right?
Our pre-Christmas show.
All right.
Christmas Eve show on a week from tonight. Who knows what'll happen? I can guarantee you I'll be wearing a Santa hat and maybe sing a song, maybe not. We'll see. Haven't decided yet.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping by, everybody, and Merry Christmas Eve.
No. Yeah, Merry.
I can add a bunch more Eves and
Merry,
I think 9
yes.
Eves.
Right, except, I think Happy Holidays will suffice.
Okay, Happy Holidays.